Andy here with Social Pollinator. I thought today would be a good day to show you all of the things that I'm planning on bringing on my big 12 months abroad excursion. Today is a good day because today is the day that I leave to go to Brazil. So it is go time. All right, so I have everything displayed here nicely at our campsite because we decided to go camping for our one last night. You can see I've got 3 pairs of shoes, 4th on right now. Just some lightweight hiking shoes, things to change into, stuff that I can swap out along the way. Got a packing cube here of all of the undergarments, swimsuits, all that fun stuff. Packing cubes are essential. These babies are so great because you can pack them somewhat loosely. I like to usually use the roll method, but then they actually zip down to cinch down and compress. And I particularly like this type from REI because it doesn't have any mesh, so you don't have to worry about the mesh ripping, which I've had several cubes in the past with. So, what am I bringing? I've got 3 long sleeve shirts that may or may not get used in the tropics, a couple dresses, dress on, some running stuff, hiking stuff. That's just 2 pairs of shorts, 3 kind of active shirts, a skirt, got about 5 shirts, and then sleepwear. And that's it. And I'm gonna pack that all into this one cube. For outerwear, I've got a rain layer. So I'm having to go to the Amazon during the rainy season. Yay! So I've got my rain jacket that is packable, although this isn't very compressed, as well as a travel umbrella. I used to be super anti-umbrella when I lived in the Northwest, but after living in Florida for 2 years, I get it. When it's hot, you might not want to have a rain jacket on. So, travel umbrella. I also have a Nano Puff. This is a Patagonia Nano Puff, which is going to be really good for when I go hiking in Patagonia and it's a little cooler, or up in the mountains at Machu Picchu later on in April. I also have another Patagonia layer. This is a super lightweight packable windbreaker. So this is just nice to have an added layer if it starts to get cool. May or may not use this. We'll see in a couple months. And then I have my trusty kind of work stuff. So I have my 1-sentence journal that I'm hoping to keep throughout the year, as well as my organization of all of the technological things. So got all of the cords nicely organized, backup, external hard drive, all that jazz to go along with my laptop, trusty laptop, definitely going to be enjoying. Now this guy I'm really excited about. This is my scrub up. This may or may not be useful, we'll find out, but it's essentially a dry bag, so you just roll top like a normal dry bag, except for it's a wet bag. So the intention is, if you look in here, it's got these little scrubby nubbins. You put your clothes and water and soap in there, close it up, and then has this valve that you open up and you let some of the air out, so it's just the water and your clothes, and then you physically scrub it against these little nubbins. So I can do laundry anywhere, anytime, which is good since I'm really not bringing that much stuff. And to go with that, I have my Hippy Dippy laundry soap, which looks like little nut shells. So these are called Eco Nuts, and they are actually a naturally occurring nut in the Himalayas. So here's the brand, you can see. And you can use them actually in your normal washer and dryer, or washer at home. I used it for the last couple months to make sure it worked, and it worked better than regular soap. So you just put like 5 of those nuts in this little bag, and then it actually has the soap in the skins of it. So all of those eco soaps that you buy at the grocery store, they actually are extracting it from this naturally occurring product. So this is kind of cool because it's lightweight, it's not liquid, I don't have to worry about the carry-on. And we'll see if they give me a hard time with agricultural products. And this is my little clothesline. So this is all my laundry. So laundry's happening. And then the coronavirus. So I may or may not need to use this, but I did go ahead and buy a bunch of N99 filters and a mask just in case it catches up to me where I'm going. I originally intended to go over to Southeast Asia first, but with the virus happening, I changed my plans, so I'm going to South America. But if it catches up to me, I'm ready with the mask. So fashionable, yes. But as many of you may have read, the most important thing is to keep your hands clean and your surroundings clean when fighting infections and virus. So I've got my little baby Lysol that I'm bringing on the plane to spray everything down, and then hand sanitizer, which I normally don't really love using hand sanitizer all the time, but when I don't want to be super sick on this trip. So going back to the basics on that. Right here we've got kind of all my toiletries. This is sort of my catch-all bag of things that I learned I wanted last time I was traveling, such as this. This is my favorite. I need coffee, and coffee can be expensive or hard to find. So I have my pour over little camp thing here. So, you know, when I was in Europe last time, it wasn't necessarily hard to find, it was just really expensive. So I wanted to brew coffee at home myself. And when I'm in South America, I'm sure I'm gonna be able to get pretty inexpensive, delicious coffee, but I just figured since it was my favorite thing in Europe, might as well bring it this time. So that's in there. And then we have some more gadgets. So this is a nice lightweight little tripod for being able to take video or pictures. You know, this typically would be in your car, but I thought I may or may not bring this. This might get thrown out, I'm not sure. This is actually really cool. This was something I got from Running Star. It's called a Rue Sport pouch, and it has this really strong magnet, so you actually can put it in the waistband of your clothes and close it. I thought that might be good for like hiding extra cash, that type of thing, instead of a traditional money belt. And then I have my Steri pen. So this is the Ultra, which means that you're able to charge it off of a micro USB versus carrying around a bunch of batteries. It's a little bit more lightweight. This uses ultraviolet light, so just similar to the sun, that sterilizes water. So I am not going to be contributing to the plastic crisis around the world. I am going to be drinking the local water, and I will report back if it works. And then I've got my beautiful jewelry things, and this rolls up nicely. Headlamp, sleeping, this is actually a sleeping bag liner. I wanted to get a silk one that was a little bit smaller and lighter weight, but I have this one from camping in the cold regions, but I'm gonna bring it and see if that is helpful. Got my mosquito net for keeping my head away from all of those little buggers. And this is a little bit maybe unnecessary, but I'm kind of excited about it. I'm just bringing this. This is actually a rope tarp for climbing, but I thought it might be helpful that I could just lay it down and have a picnic, or put all my stuff on there when I'm trying to pack somewhere. So again, this might be a little extra, but we'll see. It doesn't take up that much room. And we have here our drinking vessels. So I just got this. This is a Hydro Flask ultra lightweight trail vacuum insulated jug. So this is very important because I'm going to hot places and I want to have cold water. I really love cold water. So I want it to be insulated, and as you can see, it's all silver on the inside, so it should be no problem to use with my UV for water treatment. That will just like reflect off the surface, no problem. And then I have my giveaways. So as you know, socialpollinator.com is my new website where I'm going to be kind of chronicling the trip as well as highlighting folks and interesting ideas along the way. One thing I wanted was some sort of giveaway to folks that are kind enough to host me, that I meet and that are excited about the concept. So I had these cool koozies made. I figured, what is more American and Andy, for those of you who know me, than koozies. So when one of you hosts me, you will get the koozie as a thank you. All right, so now I am going to just show you how this all fits in. All right, you ready? that fits in the overhead compartment of an airplane. So I don't have to check my bag, although if I want to, I can. Probably like 20 pounds maybe, not too heavy. Okay. Now, this is gonna be my carry-on extra bag. It's a simple 10 bucks too. And I'll put all these other things in it. My day pack. Probably don't have to bring this since I have this, but I really like these for going around and they're packable. So it's not the smallest one, but this one I already had, so it'll do.